felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles, and welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. So, yesterday we were off to a pretty good start. Today we are also off to a good start, at least with the tea. As you saw, it was cream of Earl Grey, which I actually have had before, so I know that I like it. Good, as expected. And with black tea, sometimes I will add a splash of milk or a splash of creamer. So I had Italian sweet cream and add a little bit of that, and it actually pairs very well together. Okay, now for chocolate, and I think this is going to be milk chocolate. Okay, yep, this one looks like it is the milk chocolate ganache bliss. Also very good. I feel like you really can't go wrong with chocolate ganache unless you just don't like chocolate. So for today's book recommendation, we got a 3-for-1. I'm just gonna recommend the entire series because I have completed it. So today I am recommending to you the Brown Sisters series by Talia Hibbert, which includes Get a Life, Chloe Brown, Take a Hint, Dani Brown, and Act Your Age, Eve Brown. So we do follow the sisters in order from oldest to youngest, and technically I guess you could read them out of order, but many of you know that I really love romance companion novels, so I like that they're all somewhat interconnected. If you decide to read Dani before Chloe, it will spoil some things for you, like minor details about their love story, but technically you could read them out of order if you'd like. I also enjoyed this series enough to get the Illumicrate special editions with sprayed edges. They are all signed and have a note from Talia on the inside, so I really like that, and I think that tells you how much I really like this series if I went to get special editions of them, because I very rarely enjoy romance as much as I enjoyed these. So in the first book, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, we are following the oldest sister. Chloe almost gets hit by a car, and it is a life-changing experience for her as her life flashes before her eyes, and she realizes that she doesn't really feel like she's done anything exciting. She's always played it safe, and now she wants to change that. So Chloe makes a Get a Life list, which is essentially a bucket list, and she's like, okay, I need to spice things up. I need to switch it up. I can't keep living the way I have. I'm going to be a more adventurous person starting now. So in doing that, Chloe decides to move out of her parents' house and get her own apartment. This is a little concerning to Chloe's family because she does have chronic illnesses, which is one of the reasons that she stayed with her parents for so long, but she is very determined to be on her own and manage by herself. So she moves into the new apartment and she meets Red. He is the superintendent for her building complex, and they just cannot get on the same page. Everyone really loves her, but he seems to dislike her. He's so nice to everyone, but he seems to be mean to her. However, she finds herself in a predicament where she ends up needing Red's help, and then the two of them start to get closer. I really enjoyed this book. It was one of the very first, if not the first, romance that I ever gave 5 stars. Moving on to book 2, we are following Dani and Take a Hint, Dani Brown. She is the middle sister. Danica Brown is a bisexual witch. She is also a PhD student and teaches at a university. Her love interest, Zaf, is a security guard who works in one of the buildings on campus, and one day Dani gets stuck in the elevator during a fire drill. Zaf rescues her and carries her out of the building, and when they come out, there are cameras everywhere, and now everyone assumes that they're dating. Zaf is a former rugby player, so he already has a little bit of notoriety, but he also has a nonprofit that he wants to promote, so he and Dani decide to fake date, and of course, fake feelings become very, very real. So this includes not only fake dating, but also friends with benefits, as Dani is a little bit of a commitment phobe, but Zaf also has anxiety, and I think that Talia Hibbert does a really good job of tackling those topics. So in this one, anxiety, panic attacks, and then in Get a Life, Chloe Brown, it is both chronic illness as well as Red recovering from an abusive relationship. I think also I just really am drawn to romances that are not just all fluff. There is some seriousness to it. For some reason, that really seems to work for me. But also, again, I really enjoyed this one. I think I rated it maybe 4 or 4.5. If I reread it, I would definitely probably rate it higher than I did the first time. And lastly, we have Act Your Age, Eve Brown, where we follow the youngest Brown sister, Eve, and she is a hot fucking mess. Her parents and her family are telling her that she needs to grow up, she needs to act her age, she needs to start being more responsible, and she's like, fine, I'm gonna do that. So she goes to a job interview. It doesn't go well. The owner doesn't really seem to get along with her, and then she accidentally hits him with her car. Eve feels terrible and really wants to make it up to him, so she's trying to help him out while he's injured, and surprise, surprise, they fall in love. I really enjoyed this one as well. It includes the grumpy sunshine trope, and Jacob is neurodivergent. I really like how it was handled. I really like their relationship. My favorite of the sisters is between Eve and Danny, although it might be Eve, now that I think of it. I definitely want to reread this series because I really did enjoy them, and I know I'd enjoy them even more the second time. So those are my book recommendations for today. Funnily enough, I have not really enjoyed anything else by Talia Hibbert outside of this series. I'm hoping that changes eventually, but so far these three are the only ones that I have actually completed and enjoyed, which is a big deal for me because, as I mentioned, romance has not always been my thing, and sometimes I still feel like it's not, but it's definitely getting better. I'm definitely finding authors that I really like, and at least when it comes to this series, Talia Hibbert is one of them. So far, we are 2 for 2 on both tea and chocolate, so we're off to a good start. Let me know if you've read any of the books in the Brown Sisters series, and come back tomorrow for day 3 of Vlogmas.